Today I'm going to cover the birdhouse in the freeform air. I'm really scared because I never worked with this product before, but it works like most two-part epoxies. I just know it's going to be very sticky. So, let's get to it.
Hole saw, that's what that's called.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Monty's Minis and Gardening, where we build haunted birdhouses, grow food, and get attacked by affectionate cats. Alright, so this is the point where I was absolutely convinced I had screwed up. I had ordered freeform habitat, and I was losing my mind behind the camera, swearing, asking why. The second I touched this stuff, I thought, oh no, it was sticky, like really sticky. At this point, I was convinced I had wasted my money, and this birdhouse was going to look like a Jurassic turd. I'm not even kidding. I sat there staring at it, thinking, what have I done? And the more I touched it, the more it stuck to everything. My gloves, my tools, my soul, everything. At this point, I swear, I would have rather thrown my tits in a waffle iron than have touched another handful of this stuff. But something started happening. I didn't buy the wrong thing. I bought the perfect mistake, because this birdhouse isn't supposed to look like a factory-made item. It's supposed to look old, weathered, a little crooked, like it's been sitting in a haunted garden for 100 years. So, the best part, though, was when I took water and started smoothing it, I was like, okay, like, there's no other way you could smooth it unless you use water. And then you let it kind of cure a little bit, and then you can add texture pretty easily. And so for the back of the roof, I think it's called a hook cap. And I just hook it on, and I did put weather strip on the inside to keep it, to keep bugs out, water out. And I'm adding epoxy sculpt, which this material was what I originally was going to use for the birdhouse, but now that I like freeform habitat, you can add more detail with this light gray sculpt that I'm doing, just to create a little more character to the house. And that piece I put there, I did rip off later. I was just like thinking about, oh no, what if it rains and it drowns the babies? But there are vents, there are holes on the bottom, and I did things in a way where everything should work out and be okay. Now, using a rapidograph pen and black ink, I drew on just a crappy piece of plastic. I sanded the plastic so the ink wouldn't bead up. I got these cookie cutter things, and let me tell you what, they are not advertised like the video I saw on Amazon. Could not get the clay out. I thought, oh, paper clay. Well, mine was dry. It just crumbled. And then I had poster board. I peeled the paper off, and I just created the texture by squishing it real hard. And we went with that because I was getting so pissed off that these things were just taking forever. Also, adding the mica powder to the resin made it not want to cure that great. That pissed me off. I thought, oh, it's iridescent, it will go through. Nope. So I sanded the resin, went over the rapidograph again, and ink, sealed it, and then I used resin nail polish. I think it's called Beetle. Wait. I don't know. You can get it on Amazon. Beetles, nail polish, whatever. You can get like these cheap little kits of different colors. And the grand reveal. Just kidding. I don't know why I slowed this down so much. I think it just is so satisfying. E6000 glue. And I gave the entrance a little roof so we don't have to worry about any water. Keenan has now started painting. He was adding his little touches, and then I went over with mine. I added more rust. Now I'm adding crows. So I'm using aluminum wire, and I'm just tying them on because I know glue in the Texas heat and E6000 glue doesn't tack up fast enough. So we're just doing wire, and I'll paint the wire black. You won't notice. And now we're adding plants. Gotta have the vibrant, happy side. And actually, my friend Casey made that little bouquet of roses. I'm like, I'm gonna reuse that. And hopefully the Texas sun doesn't melt them. But if it does, we can add things later. And I'm tying everything down with string. And I'm going to use E6000 glue and Gorilla hot glue gun just so we have multiple anchors. So it could handle all weather and not move while I'm still working on the house. That's the whole goal, is to not disturb it before or during and after everything is complete. Now this is my favorite thing ever. I got this cheapy ribbon from Temu, right? It's like nylon. I'm like, I wonder if I burn it a little bit or melt it, it will make it look like half alive vines. And it created the perfect effect. I had no idea how it was going to turn out, but it was like so fantastic. I feel like I'm going to use it all the time. And I literally just, you know, tied it into knots to the roof and called it a day. I'm painting the crows black where the wire was, and I was going to have the 3 guests that I'm going to add to this in this video, but I gotta wait. So that little angel was my grandmother's and the head broke off. I took the lantern that was on it to repurpose it and have like a piece of Nana on there. And I just thought it was so cute and old looking. Perfect for this project. And then I made this little Nevermore birdhouse sign because I just thought it was so cute. And I painted it with antique wax. Be ready for the 3 guests that arrive in the next video.